What's up, everybody? Yeah, you know what it is. You know what it is. You hear the music. You see the new backdrop. Yes, sir. We are still and officially in season 2 of Teen Culture. And I want you guys to come on in the room. Don't you scroll. Don't stop. Stay right there. Right there. Stay right there. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Come kick it with your boys, Young Rev. Listen, and we're coming back at you with our episode 2 of this season's Teen Culture. Now today is very special, y'all. We got some special guests because we are talking about college prep, life after high school, getting educated beyond high school. And I know for the most part, the majority of you who are watching are teenagers, so you're going to want to stick around for the whole episode and take in all that is being said here today. We have a very special panel that consists of students who are currently in college. So this is not an experience that your parents is remembering from 10 or 15 or 20 years ago. It's still fresh in their minds, and hopefully their viewpoints and their opinions and their experiences can help you out. All right, so we're going to go straight to that panel right now. I want you to stick and stay, because right after that we have 2 special interviews. And last week y'all saw that we went on a field trip. So this week, it's only right that we go on a field trip again, y'all. And I've been challenging persons all throughout this season. I've been challenging persons to different things, and you know what? I'm not going to say too much. You just stick around. You see what happens. And as far as I know, I'm undefeated. Let's just leave it at that. I'll see you in the next segment.
Hey guys, it's Aldro here, and I'm excited to be a part of Teen Culture Season 2. Hey guys, Angelo here, and I'm so excited to be back on Season 2 of Teen Culture.
Hey guys, Lauren here, and I'm excited to be on Teen Culture.
So I am currently at St. Mary's University in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. I am in my 2nd year, about to go my 3rd. I'm majoring in marketing and consumer culture, but that may change, but yeah. Enrolled at Dalhousie University in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada, and I am in my 2nd year, and I'll be completing a dual major of accounting and finance.
I attend the University of the Bahamas. I've completed 2.5 years, and my major is biochem, and my minor is Spanish.
I attended Northeastern Oklahoma A&M College in Miami, Oklahoma, and I've completed 3 years, and my major is nursing.
I think the biggest challenge would have been the pandemic, because it was such a very weird predicament because none of us have been through it before. So kind of changing up my stance from a face-to-face learning to more of a virtual environment. I think the biggest adjustment that I would have had to make was that more, time management. With time management, you're able to pretty much maximize and get the things out of the way that you're supposed to. So focus on more stuff that may require more time than others. So seeing that even though it's less classes as opposed to high school, you still had to create a schedule, and you don't have anyone there running after you. The professors are there to teach you, and that is that. But it's really you have to be a go-getter at what you do, and you have to take advantage of the opportunity, because it is the real world out there. So I think that the major adjustment would be time management and knowing where you stand within certain places.
My biggest adjustment, I think I'd say the time of classes, like the length, like 2-hour classes and stuff.
My biggest challenge was probably being on my own, moving away from family and having to do everything on my own and adapt to a whole new environment.
I think all of the above, essentially, because I always wanted to go to college. I feel like it's important to have that backbone of an extended education or a higher education just to kind of make your rounds in the world of work. and to kind of have some type of accolades to fall back on. So it's something that I personally wanted to do.
College was something personally that I wanted to do because there were people that encouraged me, whether it be my teachers or my parents, that had said you have to, set the bar pretty high and be an example for others. So, and in fact, I wanted to maximize my skills in data analytics, whether it be in accounting, finance, and so forth. So I wanted to get a feel of different fields that universities had to offer. And of course, for the experience and exposure. And that I'm currently in, and I can say that it's been worth my while, even though I've been there for only
It was something I wanted to do.
It's something that I really wanted to do. I was excited to go off and continue school abroad.
My advice to a high schooler before leaving high school would be time management. It's so essential, but you're gonna procrastinate anyway, so just get it over with. Other than that, just live your life. Of course, get your work done, but live your life. Don't worry too much. It's just a period in a season, essentially.
I would say to stay focused. At times, there were times that I was like strictly focused, but then I wasn't all into it, like 110%. Sometimes you get distracted and things may come up and you may not know what you're doing, or you may not know what you're supposed to do. And in the long run, that can affect you because it does develop some form of laziness or procrastination. So I would say just to stay focused, to stay on time, and to manage your time wisely, because all of that, it's building you up for the professional world and for the career world that you would, want to pursue in the future. So I would just say to develop that mindset from then, so that you're prepared to tackle anything as opposed to when you go to university or any other endeavors that you may have.
I wish I didn't take a semester off, actually.
I'm not gonna lie, the work is so much, like how it is, once you figure out your schedule and you figure out your flow, it's so easy to just manage how to do your work. But essentially, once you go to class and you pay attention to the assignments, you pay attention to the material, everything will just fall into place, and it's exactly the same thing. So I would say it's pretty manageable.
The assignments are not as hard. I think it's more or less once you do your work, once you set your time and you know what you're supposed to achieve, then it's easy to get the grades. It's easy to stay focused. It's easy to make friends with the professor and get an understanding of what the classes are, because now seeing everything that's going to be done predominantly online, you have access to so many resources that are at your disposal. So I would suggest just to stay focused, because everything is there. So it's hard. They make it less impossible for you to fail. It's more or less the mindset that you have and whether or not you want to achieve something in life and whether or not you want to be the best that you can be. So I would say university is not hard, but it's what you make of it that makes it either easier or harder.
The work isn't hard, it's just more. So it's basically time management. The work, they pile up on you.
It really depends on the classes and subjects, because some of them are the same as the work is the same as high school, but then there are other classes where it's something totally new and the work can be hard. It's just a whole different thing.
It's so easy to do that. So how it is, what I actually did and what I continue to do, I have my classes from Mondays to Wednesdays. No matter if I have 3-4 classes, I combine them in those particular 3 days. And then when it comes to getting my work done, I would save that for Thursdays and Friday mornings. And then as soon as the weekend rolls in, I give myself some time to myself and I hang out, I do some stuff and I have fun. And then Sundays back into the mode of it and just get back into the grind of it.
I would have completed all my assignments during the week. That is like a major trend going on in university now, because of course you want to enjoy every second that you have. The minute you get your work from classes, start the assignment then, or start it about a day later so that it's fresh within your mind, and then you're able to tackle it, get the best grades possible. But for me personally, as I had said, I would have done work within the week and then saved my social life for the weekend and sometimes throughout the week. Once I had time to manage it and once I knew what I had to achieve at the end of the day, just to make sure that work was done first, because that's what we're there for, and then to handle the social life afterwards.
I'm not gonna lie, at the beginning I was terrible at it, but now I don't really care to be on social media that much now because I know what I want to do. So
I didn't really have a social life at school. I wasn't that social, but it wasn't for the times that I was social, it wasn't hard. I mainly focused on my work, and I had I would do my work at a certain time and then I would engage with others another time.
Well, because of the pandemic, it was a bit difficult because people only could see your eyes. So it's not like people could see like your full features and kind of get a feel of who you are like head on. But I did make some good friends. I'm not cool with them now, but it's completely fine. But I have like 2 good for lifers, if that makes sense, if y'all know what that is. I have 2 good people that I think I could carry them in the long run. But not everybody is going to be your friend in university. Some people are just there for a season and for a time, and they're just going to leave and just get what they have to get, and you get what you have to get from them, and that's what it is. So you wouldn't find that until probably your 2nd or 3rd year, like the people who you think you'll know you'll be around.
It was easier for me to make friends, but you can't really dictate who are your friends then in such a short time. So I would suggest just getting to know them first, seeing how their attitudes are and knowing their background and so forth, and then you can dictate and kind of decide who's your friend and who isn't.
In person, yes. 2 of my closest friends, actually I met them in college, but being online, no, not at all.
For the most part, it was easy. Being in certain organizations, you get to meet new people and be around different people, and you get to engage. So being in organizations made it easy for me to get new friends.
Because the environment is so combobulated with just distractions, which is why a lot of people, a lot of students, even in the pandemic, try to go off to university just to get that exposure, essentially. But there's just a lot of distractions at home. You just feel like you're still in that high school feeling because that's the only memory that you remember actually doing work at home. But in college, it's a completely different atmosphere because you're by yourself, you're independent. Only you are telling yourself what you have to do, and it's so much more motivating than just being at home because there are not much distractions there to kind of give off from.
Persons are shunned for studying at home. One, it could due to finances. Going off to university, plane tickets, food, supplies, shelter, etc. All that costs money, and that's just not hundreds of dollars. You're talking thousands of dollars for room, board, and food, and so forth. So sometimes it can be a strain on parents. Another thing too is that some parents may feel as though their child isn't as well equipped to go off as yet, or they're not prepared. So they may want them to like prove them whether they're ready to go off and ready to explore the world and to have exposure and to have this form of independence, because with university comes a lot of independence, a lot of distractions, a lot of things that you can get into that can be positive and both negative. So parents do have that benefit of the doubt whether or not they can trust their child enough to go off and to go into a different man's country, and to get to expose themselves to different cultures and different beliefs, and so more or less it depends on sometimes finances, and it can also depend on whether or not the parent feels safe enough to send their child off in a different country.
Yes, I'd say they just don't want to be they want to be on their own and they want the freedom. That's what I think it is.
I personally think that although there's stuff here, I felt like my purpose was being fulfilled abroad a little bit. I don't know if it's because of the independence or whatever the case was, but I personally feel like I'm supposed to do something international before I decide to even come back home. So for right now, I'd say my life is somewhat all around the place. But I'll come back home at some period, I just don't know when.
So when I'm completed with university, that would be in May 2024. I do plan on coming back and working with an accounting firm over here, just to help, my country in the financial duress that we're in, and to offer financial advisory to clientele that would be worldwide or within the Bahamas. And also I would want to come back to help build my country. So I do see myself coming back in the next couple of years.
I want to work in the Bahamas.
I plan to stay abroad. I don't want to come home. I mean, coming home isn't bad, but I don't feel like it would be good for me to come home unless I see an opportunity, I will take it. But other than that, my plan is to stay abroad.
Most definitely worth it. I'd urge anybody to try and attend college. Of course, if you have the finances and you have the accolades and everything to prove it. But I wouldn't say it's for everybody, but if it's your calling, most definitely, I think you should get it through and get it over with. But it's definitely something that I think everybody should do, just to have an extra back burn, because as the world gets more complicated to finding jobs, you have to have those accolades to kind of fall back on in order to just get a decent salary and a decent paycheck, essentially. So I'd say do it. Go for it. Shoot for the stars. Die for gold. All that good stuff.
I 120% believe that college is worth it, just due to the exposures that I've had and more opportunities that are being opened up, whether it be work-related, on-campus related, and meeting friends and meeting new people every day. When you're there in a different country and you meet different people from all around the world, you have a better acceptance for what's going on in the world and for different cultures and beliefs. So I do recommend going to university if you can. If not, test the waters. Even University of the Bahamas is here, and I would recommend going there just to have the experience and the exposure of saying that you would have went off and you would have gotten a degree and you would have, stayed focused during the course of your life and your career life. So I highly do recommend it, and it is worth it.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, it is, for the most part. It is. I don't see a problem with me not getting a job with me being in college. So, yeah.
What's up, guys? I am extra excited on the segment, and here's why. Because we got food again, y'all. Food! Yes! Anytime you bring food to the studio, I just love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Today, I am here with Miss Bernique Popel, who is the owner and founder of Taste the Flavor Bahamas. She is a graduate since 2017. Any 2017? Go ahead, throw some lights up in the comment section. All right. And she is studying tourism management and graduating in the year 2022.
Woo-hoo.
All right. So Bernique, Taste the Flavor.
Yes.
Please tell us, how did this all get started?
Hi guys, so Taste the Flavor started over the pandemic last year. We started off with 5 to 7 flavors and we eventually went up to 14.
Wow.
Sour sop is the top flavor.
Hold on, so you have sour sop ice cream?
Yes, I have sour sop, there's guava, there's butter pecan,
Whoa.
there's Guinness, cookies and cream,
Wow.
coffee, chocolate. Also during the Christmas season, I had eggnog, peppermint, candy cane, gingerbread. That was like top there.
Wow.
Yes.
So this interview has to be expedited because there's a practical side of this that we have to get to. And you can be invited if you just go ahead and buy the ice cream. Right? So, Bernique, you said that you started your business in a pandemic. In 2020, a lot of persons, I was kind of knocked out on their heels. A lot of persons were just trying to find out and figure out what to do. What gave you the inspiration to start a business in a pandemic?
Okay, well, my grandmother actually taught me how to do ice cream from I was a teenager. And when the pandemic hit and I lost I didn't lose it. I was furloughed because of the COVID and the hotels being closed. I decided to just find another way on creating an income. So I went to my Grammy one day and I was like, why don't I just start a business with ice cream? It's already hot. People always need it. So I just decided to run with it.
Wow. And what has the response been like thus far?
Honestly, it's been more than I really thought it would have been.
Wow.
I'm proud of myself. My grandmother is smiling at me. She's so proud of me. And in a way, it was like she paved the way for me to just become more creative, because she would have initially only taught me about 3 or 4 of the flavors, and I basically taught myself the rest. So
Wow, that's amazing. So how old were you when you first started to kind of put these ice cream concoctions together that your grandmother taught you?
I was about 12 or 13.
Wow.
Yeah, we do it for our church fairs, which was held usually between every July and August. And then we worked a John Canoe Carnival, and we had an ice cream stall up there.
Wow.
I graduated from St. Anne's, and then I just went with it, started to learn more.
Oh, 13. Wow. 12 or 13. I was making some pretty gourmet meals at that time, aka cereal, around that time. All right. So, what are some of the challenges you encountered starting this very young business and being a young person? What are some of the things that you feel like you had to overcome or still overcoming, and things that was a bit of a challenge in terms of getting started and maintaining your business?
I must say the hardest thing was believing in myself, especially like at first when, it's like, oh, I'll go buy ice cream from a little 20-year-old girl who just trying to survive. But it was like, okay, just going for it, getting customers, getting their feedback, which is very important.
Wow.
And then that really just paved the way for me. And then Facebook is a very powerful tool as well, because I would have used Facebook for the ads, and it really got me going. And then when I turned around, I had people from offices buying in bulks, and then the word just got around.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So what would you say to any of our young people who are watching? We have teenagers watching, we have some preteens watching, and then we also have some young adults watching that would love to start a business, but they just don't know how. What would you say to just kind of give them an uplifting word or encouragement to go ahead and get started with their idea?
Guys, do not be afraid. Just do it, and I'm going to see you to the top.
Amen, amen. I couldn't have said it better myself. Listen, I don't have no more questions to ask.
Because we got to eat.
Because Renee brought me some ice cream.
We got to eat.
All right? So I'm going to see y'all in the next segment. We're going to go to break, commercial. I don't even know if we have those, but we need to have one right now because it's time, y'all. It's time.
It's time.
Y'all know what it is. Bernice, before we go, tell them where they can find you on social media.
Yes, so on Facebook, I'm at Taste the Flavor Bahamas. On Instagram, I'm at Taste the Flav, BAH. I'm also sold in Suzy Q's convenience store, as well as Capricorn's ice cream truck, or you can pick up from my household directly, or be able to do deliveries.
You have a contact number you want to give them?
It is 535-7008.
All right, awesome, awesome. Any special spelling on flavor or taste or any of those things?
Now, a lot of persons tend to get confused with the taste-the or the taste-the. So it's TASTE, like in taste, DAFLAVA, like flavor, like
okay, I got it. Awesome, awesome. So, guys, see you in the next segment. No slopping up, no long talking. I gotta go. We gotta go. I have to see. Bernice has chocolate here. I have to see if any more flavors are in the car. All right, guys. See you later in the next segment. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Hey, guys. Young Rev here, out of studio again. And I literally just ran all the way from the studio. Just capping, y'all. Definitely never do that. But we're about to meet some phenomenal young teens right now, and we have a very special treat for you, so stay tuned and stay locked in right here on Teen Culture. Hey guys, so I am here with 4 phenomenal young people, and they have something in common. I'm gonna give you like 2 seconds to see if you can figure it out. If you said that they're siblings, you are absolutely right. If you said that they are all tall, well, technically you're absolutely right again, right? But these are all siblings, brother and sister. We have Bernice, BJ, Brianna, and Bratisha, and they are all awesome at track. And I thought that this was such a rare occasion that we have 4 siblings all around the same age range, playing one sport and doing phenomenally well at it. So I just want to go straight down the line, and I want you just to give everybody your age and the events that you run.
I'm 12 years old and I do the 3000, the 1500, the 800, and sometimes the 400.
So you do the 3000, the 1500, the 800, and the 1200. Wow, all long distance races. Phenomenal. BJ, what about you?
I'm 14 and I run the 800 and the 1500.
All right, so BJ is 8 and 15, all long distance. Brianna, what do you run?
I am 15 years old. I run the 200, the 400, the 800, and sometimes the 1500.
Wow. So you just run you just run everything, long, short, in between. All right, Patricia.
I'm 11 years old. I run the 800, the 400, and the 15.
Wow. So Patricia is 11 years old and she is taller than me. All right, guys, it's a very sad moment. I just realized here. So let me ask, how long have you guys been running? How long you've been in track?
I've been running since I was 4.
You were running since you were 4. Wow.
Me too.
BJ, so you started around 4. What about you, Bernice? Same thing?
Yes.
Same age.
Same age. So all of them started at literally soon as they were able to walk, they started to run. And I understand that you guys are in Hurry Murray Track Club, which is run by your grandfather, correct?
Yes, sir.
So what is it like training with your grandfather? Does he take it easy on you because you're his grandkids, you're his babies, or does he make it extra hard for you guys?
Extra.
He's making it extra hard for you?
Yes.
All right, so how often do you come out and practice?
Every Monday to Thursday.
Every Monday to Thursday. So what's the usual practice like? What do you guys would usually do when you come up at the fort?
Run on. Sometimes it would be a surprise because one day we just run for 4 miles, probably 6 miles sometimes. And then we'll just, then sometimes we'll warm up, stretch, and then do 400s.
So let me get this straight. You're practicing from Monday to Thursday, and every time you practice, you're running between 4 to 6 miles?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's a lot of miles. So I would assume you're doing all of this practice, you've been running for a really long time. That means that you guys must be competing, right?
Yes, sir.
So tell me about some of the events that you've competed in. How did you do? What are you planning on doing next? Anybody has made it to any national meets yet? Tell me about some of your events that you've competed in thus far.
Okay, so back in 2019, I made the Griffith team for the 800, but this past season I was injured, so I didn't compete in any track and field meets this track season.
Wow, so Brianna made the Carifta team for the 800, and what were you running? Under 13 or?
At that time, you were supposed to be under 17, but at that moment I was still under 15.
Okay, so the under 15 Carifta team, which is phenomenal. All right, what are some of the other events you competed in, Patricia?
I competed in the 8 and 4. With my most best race is the 800, and my best time is 2:26.
Wow, that's great. DJ, what about you?
The last race I ran was the 800 at Nationals, and I won with a time of 2:15.
Wow, so which age bracket was that?
Under 15.
So BJ is the national winner of the 800 under 15. Bernice, tell me about what do you do?
I like to run the 3000 rows.
So you ran the 3000. When was the last competition you ran that in? It's a little while ago. But how did you do in the last one?
I did good.
All right, awesome. So they're all running competitively, all doing well. Listen, guys, I mean, like what I said at the beginning of the interview, this is phenomenal. And they are all still young, all still coming up. Brianna, you're getting ready. This is grade 12 for you.
Yeah.
So you're getting ready for the big leagues now. Tell us about that. How do you feel now going to university, and how far you see yourself going with track in university?
Okay, I am pretty excited because I'm finally coming to school and I get to compete on college level. I've always wanted to compete on college level. There are a few colleges that I'm looking at to compete on college level. And after college, while in college, I'd like to one day make it to the Olympics.
Wow. So Brianna has Olympic aspirations, only 15, y'all, and getting ready and prepared to go to college, all right? Now, I would love to challenge all of you to a race right now, but unfortunately, I have my running tennis, and I did not bring my running shorts. So what I would say is, if y'all want to give me a head start, I could do that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Y'all think that's fair?
Yeah.
If I get a head start and
But you can't cut the field.
I can't cut the field. Hold on, we running around the whole field. We can't just do like a 50-meter something.
No, because you
No?
I guess so.
He's gonna
What do y'all think? Y'all think I should do this? Y'all think I should go home? You know what? I think I should run home, warm up by running home, get my pants, run back out here, and race them. Okay? All right. Now, if I come hot last, y'all would never ever see that this part of the interview is going to be a race from the distance. All right. So thank you guys so much. I'm going to walk over with you to the field, and we're going to get a little bit of clips of you just running and doing your thing, and you know, and that race at the end. Yeah, we might do it. But if we do 100 meter, y'all gotta give me a head start to the 75 meter mark. That's fair. That ain't fair.
Okay.
I mean, I don't run or nothing. I only just run my mouth. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, that's fair. So y'all heard it. So if I win, I don't want to have no excuses, because I got a 75 meter head start. Okay. Y'all, I'm warming up, getting ready to take on the Kemp siblings. Listen, I don't care what you say about this head start. I gotta do what I gotta do. All right. I done been with the school for over 10 years, so I gotta make this work. See y'all at the finish line. On your mark, get set, go! Hold on. I win! Alright, so guys, I just officially won the race.
No.
I'm undefeated on teen culture. I don't care what my haters say. I won the race. You can do whatever you want to do in your life.
We gotta do that again.
It's a warm up. Thank you guys very much. See you in the next segment. I don't know about you guys, but I surely had a lot of fun today on episode 2 of Teen Culture. Those were some great interviews. I had fun with tasting the ice cream with Bernice. I had even more fun running up and down on the field with the camps. And I don't care what y'all say, I am still undefeated. In my head, I've never lost on this show. Never ever. Okay? But today we had an interesting time speaking with our college and university level students about their experiences thus far. Also, Miss Bernice Popel, who is an entrepreneur, but she is currently a university student preparing for graduation. Last but not least, the camps, who are high schoolers and are well on their way to preparing for university as college athletes. The majority of you who are watching right now will most likely fall under one of these 3 categories. 1, you know what it is that you endeavor to pursue, and you are ready and willing to go to university to pursue it. 2, you're not sure exactly what it is that you're going to do as yet, but you're interested in a few things. 3, you have some plans and aspirations, but you're not sure that college or university is for you. No matter which one of these descriptions suit you, I want you to know that although college may or may not be your choice, education should be. Contrary to what many believe about university or school, it is not the only way to receive education. It is, however, a proven way, a structured way, a predictable way, and at the basic level of understanding, reading, writing, arithmetic, it's a necessary way. So here's what I want to encourage you to do as you prepare for life after high school. Prepare to get educated. If you're interested in attending a university, don't wait until the 12th grade to start this process. Find out what you can now. What are you interested in pursuing? Is it offered locally or abroad? What's the associated costs? Are there any scholarships available? What will you and your parents have to be prepared to do financially, with or without a scholarship? What is the application process? And all of the other necessary information. That's if you're interested in college. You can also start looking into trade schools or perhaps becoming an apprentice in a specialized field. I would also encourage you to look up online certifications. You can be more qualified than most if you were to actually get into this and pursue it. Think about it. There's no age limit on some of these certifications. You can be certified in as many things as you want before leaving high school. YouTube University. The average teenager spends between 5 to 7 hours a day on social media. Imagine if you was to take that time, take your interest straight to YouTube where it's all free, and look at educational content that's going to help you to advance in the area that you have aspiration in. Athletic education. Learning about your sport, learning about what it is exactly you do, whether you swim, whether you play basketball, whether you play soccer, whatever it is, but just getting to know your sport more, and of course practicing and doing the necessary things to discipline yourself in that area. The point I'm trying to make is whatever route you decide to take, whether it's university or not, you would be prepared to be an effective citizen. Ecclesiastes 9:10 says this: whatever your hands find to do, do it with all of your might. Your education is an important part of your life that opens up doors and opportunities for you. And it helps you to refine the God-given gifts and tools that God has given you. So He would be able to get the glory from you living and existing in a life of purpose. Listen, guys, I would encourage you as we leave here today, don't take what is being said. Don't take what I've said. Don't take the advice of your parents, your guidance counselors. Don't take this lightly, because you are literally laying the foundation for the remainder of your adult life by how you decide to take your education and what you decide to pursue. All right? So I hope that helps you out a bit. I would encourage you to go forth and to put these things into practice, to get rolling, and to make the most of your time. All right? So peace out, guys. We had a lot of fun today, and you know what it is. I'm going to see you again next week. Peace out.
Well, this is good. Well done. I don't even think we're going to have an extra show. I don't think. I was supposed to share this?
You okay?
I was supposed to share it. Am I?
Yeah, you gotta share it.
With who? With them?